How been you? Alright? It's Friday. I'm just uploading last week's video, which is about a week behind. You hear that noise? You know what that noise is? That noise is the sound of my Nexus running dry. And I know it's running dry because if you look down here, I don't know if you can see it, you can see bubbles coming up just under the Buddha over there. So just by looking on the cameras, I know it's running dry. But it don't matter. And you know why it don't matter? Because today's the day the pond gets turned off. There's still 3 fish in the pond which I've got to evaluate. The rest of them now down in the pool. And then we'll see where we go from there. But today's the day the pond gets turned off. And decommissioned. This lot will start all coming down as well today. And then I'll start, well not today but this weekend. And then I'll start emptying it. And then we'll go from there. So bear with me, I'll show you some more as we go along. I'm just going to net these fish up and see if we can have a look at it. So here's one of the first couple of bits I've noticed in the past week going on with this. Number one, the tail, which there was a flappy bit on the tail but that seems to have dropped off now. The tail don't really look that angry and it's quite easily sorted, but what I've noticed, and I don't know if the camera's picking it up, is just on the front peck, on the leading ray, front of the front peck, there's a lump appeared. Now finnage I can normally sort, so I don't know if you can see that now. Obviously these fish don't care about the camera. Finnage I can normally sort, but that's right on the knuckle and I'm wondering if that's just going to eat into the body. At the minute that's I'm sure my phone's just turned around. It says on the screen anyway. At the minute that's pretty much all I've seen on it. I haven't flipped her over yet. It is female. That's me other breeder is Ayashua. What I might do is I might just knock her out and put a bit of stuff on that knuckle, on that peck, and see where we go from there. I'm going to throw her in the pond with the others because there is salt in there and I can't see any skin damage as such. Fish is around about 35 cm. Still a lot to do in all fairness, as you can see there's still a lot of underlying sumi. Sash is quite deep on it, but you know, it wore an expensive fish. I said 35, it's probably knocking on 40 in all fairness looking at it. But we'll get it in the bowl, I'll get it knocked out in a bit and we'll have a look at that knuckle a bit better and see if we can save this one. Right then, I'll come back to you in a sec. This one spoke about many times and I'm unsure that this one's going to make it, and the reason being, if you look at the tail, this has had 3 treatments already, 3 jabs of Baytril, but just on the tail stump, if I can turn it, I mean there's flesh actually hanging off it now. It's still raw. No matter what you do, let's just zoom you out. No matter what you do with this fish, well, with any Emmy fish, this is the whole story again of the pond. I don't need to keep babbling on about it, but again, I'm going to knock that one out. That one's in the bowl at the minute. That's getting a bit drowsy. But you can see the skin hanging off it there. It's almost like the scab. Whether that's just knocked off while I've got it in the net, I don't know. But it's gutting to think I've got to lose this. It really is, because it's a lovely fish. I mean, that stump, that tail stump, from what I can see, is the only mark on it, although it has for some reason got a bulge on the side, on this one side. Don't know what that is, but nothing's showing. So I think I'm going to knock this out. I'm going to get another treatment. I'm going to get it in the fresh salt pool, obviously, which is down there, and I'm going to monitor it. I mean, I've lost far better fish than this, but at the end of the day, it's just going to be another one on the list, and I don't want to keep adding to the list. Try and save what I can. I mean, that kawaku there's got a stick dart scale as well. And then the only 3 fish I've got left in the pond now, well, to move over. So I'll snap back to you. We'll have a look. I'll get this one in the bowl. We'll have a look at kawaku, and then I'll see if I can get something done with them. Okay, I had this fish. I bought this fish around about 3 or 4 years ago from Quenny. I bought it for a reason. Not arguing into the reasons, but I bought it for a show. It did what I wanted it to do. There's a load of secondary come out on it for a start. Zoom it out. But also, where I said there's a sticky upscale, there's also, hello, stay still for you, will I? There's also an ulcer, so I'm afraid that it's got to go. Odd decisions, and I hate doing them, but I've got to do them. I can't afford to have ulcers in the other pond because, well, they're just going to get better. And I mean, look at that one now. Now it's turned over. It just ain't no good. This one's turned over as well. That knuckle. I mean, there's nothing else on it other than that knuckle. Just the problems I've got just don't make sense. A bit of roughness on the tail, but that's finished. So yeah, I'll come back to you. So this is all I've done with this fish. Clipped a couple of the dead bones, what was sticking out, clipped it, PP'd it. You see me do this a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, you've seen it all. It's just starting to come round again now, so I'm going to get it back in the main pond. Just need to sort the tail out first. Not in the main pond, sorry, in the swimming pool. Just need to sort the tail out first because there's a couple of little bits on there just going to need to be clipped back, so I'll sort that out and I'm going to come back to you. Okay, I was speaking to Dash Shelton a couple of weeks ago, and he's got a lot of similar issues to me at the minute, and he reckons that he got one ulcer and all he did was put the PP crystals on like I do with the tails. He done that, put it back in the pond, and he seemed to be healing up. So you know what, let's give this fish a chance. Let's give it a chance. I've done what Daz said. He's going into a salted pond now, and we'll see what happens from there. So wish me luck. So while I'm waiting for that last fish, everything's off now, I think. Oh, yeah, still running on the Nexus. So I've got to get down there to turn that off. Pumps off. Everything else is off, just the air running now in the Nexus, which is on a plug. So just to document the, I don't know what the day's Friday. What's the date? I've been bloody writing it all day at work. Oh, can't remember. I'll put an overlay on here with the date. Officially now, all turned off. Nothing running. Oh, yep, I have. I've got the thermometer running. Draco still here, if anybody wants it. I've got to basically rip all this down now, as we've documented so many times, but that's it. Pond's off. Switched off for the first time in a long time. Bit emotional really, but you know what, onwards and upwards. So the plan is, obviously I've got blanket weed and all sorts growing in here. The plan is get it drained off, get it, let it dry out if I can. Knowing my luck, could probably just do nothing but rain now. I can go the bottom drain. That'll allow anything then just to, if it does rain and stuff, it'll allow the rain to soak away, so and keep pumping it out. But that'll create a drainage anyway. I also can go some old you know, to drain it off. There's a new base going to be going in here, new drain going in here, and I don't think I'm going to go with an aerated drain. What I want to do is I want to create myself a simple ecosystem. Okay, listening to Ricky Starrett again, which I do a lot of. Excuse me. He was touching on air in the pond yesterday, and he was, and I've thought this for a long time. This air, this bubbling air in the middle, just ain't natural for fish. Well, air full stop in the pond ain't natural for fish. Take me to a pool, natural pool, where fish, carp and everything live, where it's got air bubbles coming up in the middle. You know, might be one, but then again, it ain't natural for them. Splashing water like that, even though that's got air rising as well, that's the best pond out of all three, that is. I know it's only got the small ones in, but that, since I put that pipe on there just for that splashing natural water, and you'll see it a lot in Japan, them fish come alive, even though there was air in there to start with. But just that natural splashing water made a whole difference to them. I ain't saying I'm going to do that, even though I have got a shower. I still have a 40 shower running, so that'll give me natural water. There's natural water splashing over on that one, or natural splashing, but there is an air stone in there as well on that drain. An air dome on the drain, which when that's turned up, that really does keep the fish on the bottom. They have to fight against it to get up. That's why I have to turn it down and run the rest of the air through just a pipe, because the air pump's too big and I ain't got nothing smaller, although I have bought some diaphragms to sort it out. But yeah, so maybe what I would like is as little disturbance on the top when it's rebuilt as possible. So we'll take it from there. Well, I've got this fish in the bowl knocked out. I'll just show you before I start working on it. It's had an ulcer there, which I have repaired once before, and it looks to me as though it's starting to come out again, but we'll give that a bit of a dab. And then the other side, I noticed this a few days ago, and already it's took about 4 or 5 scales and it's turned into an ulcer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same with this as what I've just done with the other, with the neat PP crystals, and we'll see where it goes from there. Get it in the salty pond, give it a chance. It ain't the best fish in the world, but we'll give it a chance. And I've lost a lot of fish, but this is something new I'm going to try now. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll see how it goes. Catch you in a bit. Hear that? It's deadly silent. I can't remember the last time it was deadly silent in this pit. But it's all off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open the purge valve, I think. Mind you, might be a bit too much. I'll open the bottom valve on the Nexus, and we'll I'm all over the place here, and we'll let it go like that. So I'll just let that run for a while, and we'll see how we get on. As I said, dry cow still here, if anybody wants one. I haven't even messed with it, look, it's still the way it was. This lot, I'll get the drill on it the weekend, start getting it all apart, get it everything, all the electrics. Well, the electrics I've got to be careful of, because that orange wire down here, that's the one what runs all that lot down the garden, so it all runs from up here. I've got a 6mm cable coming up, and it runs everything. So right, I'm starting to flood, starting to get flooded out already, and you know why? So I've switched the waste pump off AI. So I'll switch that back on. I'm going to get out of here. So I'm going to get soaked. Ooh. Let's get the waste on. Can't remember which one it is. That one. So that's taking the water out of the pond now. Through the Nexus, out of the pond. So it's probably the last time I'll see this pond full today. Maybe off. It should be empty by tomorrow. I'm going to need to pump the last bit out. It should be empty by tomorrow. It's already gone down a couple of inches, going down pretty quick. It'll get to a certain level and then it'll stop. So what then? All the fish now I'm in the swimming pool. I'll give all three a chance. Have I done right? I don't know. I'm just sick of throwing fish in the bin, if I'm honest. One went in earlier this week. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. Cheers guys. Told you what had happened, eh? There's 9 inches of water in there now, above the pit, and the reason I know that is the 9-inch block there underwater. And it's still empty, and I've opened the purge valve, that's why. Open the purge valve, and this is the state the pond's in now. It's about 2 foot, maybe a bit more, just over 2 foot down. There's another 4 foot of water in there yet. So I've just got it emptying now. I better net all that crap out before it gets emptied. But it won't empty fully down because it'll probably only go another 6 or 7 inches at the most. The one return is now showing, the top return there. There's 2 returns over there. The bottom return is about 18 inches under that. They're both the same. But the drain runs, zoom it out a bit. The drain runs across here, and then there's a knuckle bend comes up, and a knuckle bend goes out, and then a knuckle bend goes across to where my valve is, and then from the valve there's a knuckle bend what comes down. It comes down in the filter house on that side of the wall. Knuckle bend goes across, and then a bend up into the nexus, and that's why this is getting rebuilt, because I believe that's where all my problems are. There's the drain down there, look. Knuckle bend down the corner, knuckle bend. Oh, I'll put 245s there because I ain't got a knuckle bend. But the purge is open, so that's taking the water away as it is. Just took about half an hour to get down that far. There's my skimmer, which was just, you can see everything now, so just a pipe through the wall, capped off. There was a T-piece on there, which I used to have a filter grid, well, the front off an old pump, because I used to pull through the skimmer through the bead, if you remember, and the 2-inch on its own couldn't cope, so I put a T-piece on, put a grid at the bottom, so it sucked through there and sucked down there as well. As I said, while it's drying out, the big cleanup will start, and we'll see how we get on. It ain't going to be easy. It's going to be a long process. Luckily I'm still the right side of 50 at the minute. Got a gammy foot, but we'll give it a go. The hardest part with this, and it was when I built it as well, the hardest part was getting all the materials up here to get it done. This time it's going to be even harder because I'm no younger. But there you go. We'll let it empty then. I've got to find a pump out to take the last 4 foot out and pump it away, so I'll do that now and I'll snap back to you when I can. Catch you later guys. There we go, it's all decommissioned, it's all turned off. I've still got to drain the outlet of the nexus, and now I'm pumping it out. It's around about 4 foot of water left in that. I've drained it off with the purge as far as it'll go. Now got the pumping it out, pump it in the pit and let the wastewater pump to the rest. That'll take it away. We just go down the hole. There you go, the waste has just kicked in, so it should shift it as it's pumping. There you go. It begins. Oh mate. Down to the last gallon now too now. That's pretty much empty over there. Just around the drain. You know what? I forgot. But it's a big bloody hole. Taking a bit of big one off the next mine. But it is what it is. It's got to be done. I've already ripped a load of crap out. I've been up here for the last hour or two pretty much decommissioned it. I've still got to get the pump out, but that's all wired around the back of the Nexus, so I'll sort that out again. Got myself a waterfall going in here. So we am pretty much there. Pretty much empty. As you can see, it's just a puddle now. And all the food's moving in. Just took about 2 hours with that pump. So, you know what, I'm doing much more tonight once that's done. A load of fish crab been hanging up here. I've had an air down up there, as you can see that down there. That one there is off my drain. Or that was my drain, if you like. Sucking it out. Now I've got to get my little pump on it. Either that or smack it through with a Kango, I think. There you go. Hiya folks, here we are. We are at the pool. We're at the river where the ducks are waiting. They're all lined up with the names on. This today is a 350 subscriber giveaway, even though I'm over 400 now. Just dropped that one in for Skeggo. You've just watched some footage of last week when I was emptying the pond. That was some footage where I couldn't fit in before. So all the names, we have 23 names and they're all lined up and ready to go. It's a 1 minute race and we've got to do the race twice. Now this is where the tricky part comes because I haven't tried this yet. I've only set it up and need to get it done, if I can just get you roundabout right. So I've just set it up. So if things don't work out, just get you a zoom into the water there. You can see a couple of koi knocking about in the water there. Just bring it out to touch. As per usual, my channel, it might not go as smooth as we hoped. So let's get the race underway. On your marks, get set. Good luck to everybody, and thanks to all the new subscribers. We'll probably be doing this again very, very soon. On your marks, get set. And they're off. And they're off. Right then, making a quick dash for it. We've got Jack C. Koi. Carl Mond is in the lead at the moment. He's coming up really quick, quacking his face off he is. We've got Andy, Paul Macefield, Jack C. Koi, Carl Mond. He's just storming away. But hang on, he's just had a bit of a limp, and Jack C. Koi has now took over. Coming up from behind is Barry Washburn. Barry Washburn in nice pink. Oh, nice pink colour today. Been out in the sun all week. And then we've got Stephen Thompson. Stephen Thompson's got a bit of a crown on, thinks he's the king, but there you go. Oh, what's this purple one here? This is Terry's Koi Pond. Terry's Koi Pond's making a dash for it now. Number 7's making a dash. Paul and Alison is close behind number 2. Dash Shelton, he's got his professor's hat on. He's number 5. Don't know what he's up to, but look, it's looking like, oh, hang on, we've got a great runner. Hearts Koi. Hearts Koi's coming up very quick. Number 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's the finish line. It looks like Hearts Koi is going to take it. There you go. Hearts Koi took a cup. Well done, my friend. Okay, let's see if we can remove the winner and race again. Okay, if it'll let me. Right, so we've got Hearts Koi is the winner of 1 cup. We've got another 1 minute race. Everybody's lined up again. Hearts Koi has been removed from this race. 3, 2, 1. Good luck to whoever's in the race today. And they're off for the second time running today. So Keeping It Koi is in a nice stripy pink and purple today. We've got Eddlesborough Koi as well. Stephen Thompson, he's got a different hat on, I think. Paul Macefield, Alan Curtis is coming up in the front at the moment. He's looking a bit angry as well, to be fair. Paul Bowler, he's dressed like a snowman today. It must be a bit cool for him. Neil McClendon, sorry about this, Neil, but you're a little bit of a dolphin, in all fairness. So there you go. Oh, Hearts Koi is in the race as well, but that don't matter because I can't see him winning twice. He's probably knackered after the first run. Nick, John Willis is dressed like a copper. Nick. So we're coming up to the last 15 seconds now of the race, and this is the second race for the second cup, and of course the test tube holder for the test kits. Right, here we go. This is where the dashes start. Oh, Dash Shelton's coming up quick, number 5. Gary Stevens is racing with him as well. Who's going to win this race? Skeggy. You know what? You couldn't write it, could you? He has more luck than anybody, that bloke. So we've got a cup going to Dash Shelton, and of course we've got one going to Hertzcoy as well. Guys, thanks everybody for taking the time out to join the race and get involved. Much appreciated. Thanks for all your subscriptions. I'll be putting this on the end of the video, so you got to watch the video before you get to this. Thanks all. Take it easy. Catch you later. In a bit, 8. Haven't you? So there was the duck race. Enjoyed that. It's always good at the duck race. Just wanted to thank everybody for entering. I know I did it from behind the camera, but I'll do it while I'm sitting here as well. But what I did want to do is just to let you know that the winners, Hertzcoy and Skeggy. Skeggy knows where I am anyway. I don't know how he won. I really do. He's always got an ache or a pain somewhere, so I just don't know how he got to the front. My email address is blackcountrycoyuk@gmail.com. That's blackcountrycoyuk@gmail.com. Hertzcoy, if you want to get in touch with me, send me your address, or just get in touch with me. I'll send you my phone number, and we can do it that way if you want to. And then I'll get the cup and the test tube holder out to you as soon as I can. Thanks to everybody who subscribed. The subscriptions have just gone way beyond what I ever expected, as I said before. Showing you all around the house here. So yeah, thanks ever so much for everybody who subscribed. Much appreciated. The pond build starts now. The video you've just watched is a little bit of footage what I couldn't fit on before, so I thought, well, I'll make a video of it and put this on the end. Okay, guys, massive respect to you all. Love you all. And keep them subs and everything coming. Tell your friends, tell your mates, tell them all to come over. This fat kid from the Black Country, med just rattles on. Catch you later.